Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel, and we are moving into what I feel is going to be a very critical stage of this planetary alignment with Venus, the Earth, and Jupiter. And what you're looking at here today is April 1st, 2017 in our solar system. And as you can see, Jupiter, the Earth, and Venus are beginning a perfect alignment with our sun. Now, I was looking at some footage from the SETI and Stereo space satellites that monitor our solar system. And in the footage that I was viewing from the 23rd of March through the 27th, I was viewing what I think is large plasma bursts coming from the planet Jupiter. Now, doing some investigations into the planet Jupiter, I found that Jupiter is just an absolute monster in our solar system with a massive magnetic gravitational force. We're going to be moving directly in line within the next week or so, and this planetary alignment is going to wreak havoc within our inner solar system, specifically with our planet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the footage that I found showing this large plasma burst. And what you're looking at here, this is going to go ahead and replay, but you're looking at Venus, Mercury, the Earth. And watch very carefully where my arrow is. You're going to see Jupiter produce this massive flare. Now, that is no type of camera anomaly. Right over here in the right-hand side. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and blow it up for you as much as possible so you can see this. As I was viewing this last night, I was pretty amazed at what I saw. Now, you'll watch very carefully over here. You see this huge burst of energy. I'm not sure if that is a plasma burst, but it is definitely a major release of some type of energy coming from Jupiter. Now, I'm going to go ahead and forward this information to our physicist. I'm going to ask her what her views on this is, because I know for a fact that moving into this planetary alignment, this is going to cause major issues with our planet. We could definitely see a very, very big increase in earthquake activity and volcanic activity, and possibly even tidal changes. We are already seeing catastrophic flooding across the globe. So we're going to go ahead and get into this a little bit further and investigate what exactly is happening with Jupiter right now. Now, something else that I noticed that I cannot explain, and our physicist has touched on this before, if you pay very close attention to the planet Earth, you're going to see this black shadow behind the Earth. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom into this a little further because I want you to see this. It's just very, very strange. Oops. Let me go ahead and get this lined up for you. Now, this doesn't appear on any of the other planets that are in your view. And what I'm talking about is this black shadow. It's actually covered by this Birkeland current line. But I'm seeing this in other SETI camera footage, and as you can see right here, I don't know exactly what that is. It seems to be some type of shield, some type of shadow. I don't know exactly what that is, but this is something that our physicist, I'm going to ask her if she could please touch on this again so we can try to figure out exactly what this is. And it seems to be in front of the Earth facing the sun. And as you can see here, Venus is huge. Venus is very, very bright. And so is the Earth. I believe this might be Saturn down below here. I'm not real sure. But let's look at some of the other footage that this plasma burst appears. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down just a little. Because I've never seen anything like this with Jupiter before. So let me bring this into the frame. Now, you're going to see this very large spherical object appear in this footage, and you're going to see it appear in other footage. Once again, I don't know exactly what it is. I've taken some still photographs of it. I'm not sure if this is some type of reflection of a massive object that is by the sun, near the sun. But you can see over here, you have the Earth here, you have Jupiter here, you have Mercury passing by. You can see this large, very large burst of energy coming from Jupiter. And this is Jupiter fading out of your screen. And you can see it. Now this is running very, very slow for some reason, but you can see this massive burst coming from Jupiter as it exits your point of view. I mean, it's just very, very mysterious. I know this planetary alignment, with these planets is something that doesn't occur all the time. But dealing with the planet Jupiter and the strength and the power of Jupiter, this is going to definitely intensify things on our planet. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. And once again, you can see this large burst. It's already forming this plasma loop as it fades off of the screen. And then you have this, what looks to be like an explosion of some kind, or some type of huge flaring coming from Jupiter. And again, this footage is from the 23rd of March through the 27th, and that's where the Secchi footage ends until it updates itself. Now, we're going to go ahead and look at this on another view, and once again, you can see this large spherical object right here, directly in your screen. You have Venus right here, you have Mercury zipping by, you have the Earth right here. And again, you can see some very strange shadow anomaly right in front of the Earth. But what we're really looking at is this large plasma burst coming from Jupiter. Now you can see how it affects the camera system on this stereo image. Now watch it very carefully right here. So there's absolutely no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, something occurred on Jupiter, and I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. I do believe that this is going to affect our planet, along with the coronal holes that have continually opened on the sun. And it's almost like we're going to get a 1-2 punch from the planetary alignment with Jupiter and Venus and what is occurring on the sun with these coronal holes. So there is a very, very high possibility that we will see this intensification with volcanic activity and also earthquakes. But I just find this very amazing. I've never seen anything like that as far as Jupiter producing this type of plasma loop along with a huge flare of some kind. And then again, you see the interference that occurred with the camera. And once again, this very large round object, which looks like a planet, but it could be anything at this time. But I don't think that it has anything to do with the camera systems on this stereo image, because it's appearing in the Secchi images also, which is a totally different craft in space. So once again, we have a lot of questions that we need answers to. And once again, you can see this kind of very weird black shadow that keeps appearing in front of the Earth, and it is facing the sun. Now, there has been some thoughts about this being part of the sun simulator or something shielding the Earth. I just don't know. There's a lot of weird things going on right now in our solar system. That much is a fact. A lot of unknowns, a lot of questions, and once again, we will try to get to the bottom of it. Now, I did take some still photographs of this big round object that was in both the Secchi and the stereo image. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these. because I basically just tried to take the color out of the photograph so we can take a look at it a little more clearly. Now, you can see this. You can see this object. Now, this would be Mercury right here. This would be Venus right here. You have the Earth and then Jupiter. And this object, it is definitely there. At this point in time, I don't believe that if that was any type of camera anomaly or, I don't know, lens refraction, whatever these people will come up with whenever they try to debate you or debunk you, but this object keeps appearing in this footage. We've seen it many times before. It's becoming more and more prominent, so I really don't know exactly what that is, but it's very, very strange. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the other photograph that I had. And again, I just tried to adjust some of the color so we can take a look at this object. And again, there it is. It's the same photograph. We've just changed some of the contrast and coloring to bring it out a little bit. And it is perfectly circular. And again, you have Mercury, Venus, the Earth, and you have Jupiter right here. I'm just going to blow it up for you a little bit on your screen. And it's there. It's there, and it's actually moving across the screen. So it's not moving as fast as the other planets, but it is moving because I was able to gauge it with the movement of Mercury and also the movement of Venus before the footage actually ends. So once again, here is another photograph with the color changed just to see this object. And I'm going to go ahead and blow it up for you. You see this large burst of energy from the sun, and it kind of covers, about a third of this object. Once again, we have Mercury, Venus, the Earth, and Jupiter. I do believe this is probably Saturn down below here, but centering our attention on what this object is. I mean, is this the possibility of one of the brown dwarfs appearing in this footage? Because it is so close to the sun, and it is moving slightly. And again, I tried to gauge it the best that I could with the movement of Mercury and the movement of Venus before the footage ends. So we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. There's absolutely no doubt some very, very strange things going on within our inner solar system, especially with, I believe, Venus and Jupiter and definitely the Earth. We're definitely seeing some very critical interactions during this planetary alignment. And this planetary alignment is not going to be over till the end of April. So I believe that we are going to have a very active and a very rocky month of April 2017 with things occurring in a disastrous way on planet Earth. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel. Thank you for watching Planet X News. Stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, stay updated, stay informed, and stay tuned. If any of you are interested in prepping supplies, emergency food, and water, you can visit one of my associates, foodforliberty.com. Their link is in the description box under the video. Most importantly, make sure that you are subscribed to the Nibiru channel and Planet X News so you can stay updated and informed. And I would also like to thank you for watching and subscribing to our channel. Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel, and we are moving into what I feel is going to be a very critical stage of this planetary alignment with Venus, the Earth, and Jupiter. And what you're looking at here today is April 1st, 2017 in our solar system. And as you can see, Jupiter, the Earth, and Venus are beginning a perfect alignment with our sun. Now, I was looking at some footage from the SETI and Stereo space satellites that monitor our solar system. And in the footage that I was viewing from the 23rd of March through the 27th, I was viewing what I think is large plasma bursts coming from the planet Jupiter. Now, doing some investigations into the planet Jupiter, I found that Jupiter is just an absolute monster in our solar system with a massive magnetic gravitational force. We're going to be moving directly in line within the next week or so, and this planetary alignment is going to wreak havoc within our inner solar system, specifically with our planet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the footage that I found showing this large plasma burst. And what you're looking at here, this is going to go ahead and replay, but you're looking at Venus, Mercury, the Earth, and watch very carefully where my arrow is. You're going to see Jupiter produce this massive flare. Now, that is